Hey, what's going on? This is Waggly. This is gameplay of Grandmaster Nightfall, Insight Terminus, with myself, Pillow, and D. We ran this on a Hunter, Warlock, and Titan. Figured I will narrate this to help you out if you're trying to get your own completion here, as this took us about 35 minutes. I'll explain positioning, loadout, and all that stuff as we go through. So let's check it out. First thing though, you gotta be careful even getting into the Nightfall because those harpies can blow you up pretty quick on a Spirito, so we jumped over the ledge to get there. And then you'll see once we come into this room, you have a hobgoblin and a barrier, pretty easy to deal with. Just group up, take down shields together, and get rid of this guy.
Positive as ever, I see.
Oh, that's what that is. I was wondering what that was. My false moment.
Alright, once you kill that hobgoblin and you push into the room, don't actually go into the room. Kill the goblins and the minotaur from a distance here. It's the safest thing. And then don't worry about that hobgoblin champion. Actually run to the back of the room where there's cover. Two of these void minotaurs are gonna come towards you. You want to kill them first, and then you can focus on the champion. If you focus on the champion, these guys will sneak up on you and most likely kill you. So go to the back, get cover, kill them first. So this is actually my fault there. I thought that they weren't shooting enough for that finisher I kind of come up, but I forgot I had special finisher on, so I didn't have enough super ammo to actually do a finisher on this guy. So I was just standing there waiting for it to come up, and it never did. So death that easily could have been avoided. Anyway, for this room, you want to kill the regular minotaur and the goblins before you take out that champion in the back. Also, if you're wondering what the gear loadout is, if you want to inspect that, I didn't do it at the beginning of the video, I did it at the end, so if you are wondering what my loadout is, what these is, what Pillow is, you can go to the last 2 minutes of the vid, where I have it.
Need more damage. Y'all gotta...
That's it.
Captain, a word of caution. I have been monitoring Vex transmissions. It appears the Vex are repelling a cabal.
Moving into this room, Pillow throws up a super, which is Banner Shield, and makes some orbs for us. Unfortunately, D, you're about to see, will die at the edge of the Banner Shield, so he doesn't get the orbs for when he would have placed his spell down there. What you want to do, what we do in this room anyway, we kill all the ads from a distance between my grenades, making all these warmind cells that kill a lot of ads and their Ariana vows that those two have. Being able to kill all the snipers from a distance, it's relatively safe. And then we don't worry with that colossal champion until the very end of this room. So about 10 seconds ago I said it's pretty safe to kill these guys from a distance. You just gotta watch out for that. I typically would have been further to the right, about 30 feet in the side slot there, so that we wouldn't be stacking, because that happens if we're all relatively by the same cover, so make sure that you don't stack.
He's aggroed on me. You want to go across? Okay, he's not aggroed on me right now.
So this is a pretty
Might
unfortunate
as well
death.
reset
Didn't
this
know
one
those 3
quick.
legionnaires were hiding behind that wall there.
Already had
They got hit by that grenade.
what, 3 times
At this
these
point, I've died
once?
3
That's
times already,
5
and I was
deaths right there.
complaining that we should
And we're
just
only
reset
5
this because that's
minutes
a
in.
lot of very easily avoidable
we
deaths
get
that I
stuff-
had, and I wasn't feeling too good about this run. But Pilla's saying that we should keep with it. We ended up doing that. We get it done. Anyway, we save this champion for last. Group up on him and kill him before you make your way into the capture the plate section. On this champion, I finish, grab some more special ammo. You're rarely going to see me use my super during this Nightfall. As far as the arcstrider goes, the super is not that strong. So if anything, I'm just burning my super with finishers to get special ammo here because I'm not that concerned about actually using it. Alright, to capture these plates, I told these guys that we got to stay on this plate to capture it right away. What you don't want to do is not capture this plate quickly, because then you have to go through 2 more ad phases, which means you get 2 more unstoppables. And if you're unlucky, you potentially can go up to 4 more ad phases if you can't get this plate captured. So made sure I put Anarchy there, mountaintop, blew up the warmind cells. If I had my super, I would have supered. Instead, because I don't have my super, we just had to take them down with guns. Although you will see me finish one of these guys to get some more special ammo that I'm out of. Fortunately, D has death over here. It's hard if you get hit by a magma stomp, you typically burn to death. Another avoidable death here. That being said, we stuck with this and we cleaned up the second half of this run very well, even after all these deaths here in the beginning.
He's chasing weapon. Okay.
When we get to this loading screen, you're going to see the time skip forward 20 seconds. That's because I actually went into my Twitch and changed some settings there, and it actually doesn't show any game video, so I just crop that out. The score's the same, revive's the same, everything's the same here, so it's the same run. Anyway, when you come into this room, the most important thing is killing the scions right away. Always in this room, you want to kill the scions first. We stay over here on this first side, this right side here, to kill the ads. Blowing up warmind cells is very nice. I got stuck by that grenade. I'm going to die, so I ran forward away from my teammates so I wouldn't also blow them up, which can happen. You don't want to get stuck by a grenade in this Nightfall. Chances are, if you do, you're going to die unless you're in a well to protect you. One of the most important things about maneuvering this room is not to stack. So they rezzed me, we were behind a pillar, all 3 of us were there. So I made a decision to rotate out up front here, where I wouldn't be stacked with them, so I wouldn't blow myself up on accident or anything. Okay, here's where the strats come into play. Once you get the boss to move, I like to stack on this right side for us when we enter the room anyway. Congregate on this door. When the ads come out of the door, you need to kill them immediately and then turn around on the same side to make sure that the scions behind us are killed. Typically, this barrier does not come out of this door. but it's random. Normally, I think it comes out of the other side door. Anyway, we got fortunate. That way we can kill him right away, and then we don't have to worry about isolating him from the unstoppable. The well is very important to put down by that door also, because without that well, that snipe shot would have killed me from that scion. Once we do kill that door, unfortunately that barrier, I push to this other side to kill the scions. What you're seeing here is actually my controller malfunctioning. My left bumper was not working. I tried to jump up and super those scions and it wouldn't pop. So I kept spamming that bumper and it wouldn't super for me. So I was just like sitting there and looking at the legionnaire. Anyway.
Yeah, I killed the snipers.
Okay, once we killed them, we can isolate the unstoppable. Kill this unstoppable last is what we typically do. Although in this first orb phase, as I call it here, this guy drops an orbs, this is the first time. You can kill this guy first, you can kill him last, it doesn't really matter, but it is important in the second orb phase, as I call it, because this guy, the second time around, will spawn more ads when he dies.
Oh my god.
I ended up dying here the same way that I died in that first room on the second Hobgoblin Barrier Champion. I don't normally run special finishers, so since I already used my super, I didn't have enough energy to finish the guy, so I was just standing there wondering why the finisher never popped up. This was another easily avoidable death. I really need to start limiting those. Anyway, once you grab the orb the first time around, head to the left side because all those ads congregate to the right side. There's 2 meat cleavers, 2 legionnaires, and the barrier. Kill the meat cleavers, the legionnaires first before you gang up on the barrier. We just take our time here. Once you dunk the orb, then we go back to that same door on the right side when you walk into this giant cavern. Difference here is now there's going to be 3 scions on each side and an extra barrier champion. We got very lucky once again. I've never actually seen this before running this Nightfall where it comes out of the same door twice. Once again, that snipe would have killed me without the well, so you want that well down. Pillow uses Banner Shield again when those ads came out, just to help kill them immediately, and we clean up this whole side very quickly. That's very important. Then they can use their Arianas to try to get snipers on the other side as I push over to get them. If that barrier didn't come out that door, he would be where that solar grenade was, right there at that, right by the Vex Milk, in which case you rotate backwards and you can kill him while you're there after you get these scions on this right side here. Once you clean up both sides, and we killed that first barrier already, then there's just a bunch of ads in the back, including the second barrier and the unstoppable. At this point, you just clean up the regular ads, and then you need to kill that barrier before you kill the unstoppable. The unstoppable, when he dies, will spawn in 8 legionaries, including a couple elite versions, major versions. So unless you want to deal with those at the same time, you got the barrier up. That's why we kill the unstoppable second and the barrier first. And those adds will spawn even if you don't pick up the orb that the unstoppable drops. Picking up the orb causes another barrier to spawn. It doesn't cause the adds to spawn. The adds will come out on their own regardless. So here you see us, we kill the barrier first. Again, if you notice, we're all in different positions here in the cavern. None of us are stacking right now. So when that barrier was aggroed on me, the other guys can shoot him. Now we're going to clean up this unstoppable. We'll finish here and make some special ammo for everyone. And then make the call out, remind the guys there's adds coming. Don't pick up that arc charge yet because we don't also want a barrier. So we head back over to this right side. Love the right side. And work on some adds together. Now that we killed all the basic adds, I'm going to pick up this arc charge. I'm kind of being a butthead to these guys because the last 4 attempts, someone got smushed by this cabal. So I'm looking left, I'm looking right. No one's standing under that cabal drop pod, right? Okay. Anyway, this guy spawns. So there's 3 barrier champions at this point. This is an easy one to kill. None of us are stacking. We're all in different parts here as we gang up on this guy. He goes down pretty easy. Once you kill him, then stay up top here on mid. You can rotate to the right or left side if you want, but stay up top, don't jump across the river. And from here, you're going to kill the barrier colossus that's at the foot of the stairs right down there by those other 2 legionaries before you push across and then deal with the meat cleavers, couple legionaries, and the final barrier colossus on the top of the stairs. Alright, once we kill this guy, grab the orb, and that final barrier champion and his homies are on the left side this time, so now you want to go to the right side at the top of the stairs. Again, kill the 4 adds before you focus on the barrier champion, and once you do that, then you have finished the big cavern, and you're done with the first half of the strike. Here you see another avoidable death. I'm on a roll here.
Just wiggling the thing with a grenade throw, but smashing it.
Okay, coming up here, I would throw a grenade against that wall, and then I would kill this guy and then blow up the warmind cell to kill all these other goblins in here. What ended up happening was my grenade didn't go out at first, and I'm lucky I was able to blow up that warmind cell before I died. I stopped here because at this point my super wasn't working. I was having issues with my grenade throws. That left bumper is all messed up. So before we drop down to the boss, I changed my controllers.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Just tested out the left bumper, make sure it worked. Did. We're good to go. If you want extra points, you can shoot these guys. Points don't really matter in a Grandmaster, but it feels good to get high scores.
Wow. Okay, don't get hit by that.
Intercepted communication from the Vex indicates that Kargan has bypassed their initial security protocols.
Alright, to start this boss fight, we're not messing around. We're dropping a well. Pillow's popping his banner shield. I'm popping my arcstrider after I drop some anarchy shots. We're trying to kill these ads without burning any of our revives. Capturing this plate right away so we can get going here and start this thing the right way.
1 down, 2 to go.
Now that we're in the boss fight, there's really 3 parts of this boss fight. There's the first half of his health, then the plate capture, and then once you capture the plates, the second half of his health. In this first phase of this boss fight, you don't need to worry that much. You stay to the back and the sides. Kargan stays in the middle. The ads come out from the stairs and they stay in the middle. So we just whittle him down with special ammo. I'm not using any of my heavy ammo. That's very important for the plate capture. The boss is a bullet sponge here. That being said, just take your time. There's nothing to worry about in this first bit of this boss fight.
It's like 2 parties inside. One on the right killed me. Finish him.
So we're nearing the plate capture phase. This is the last ad spawn here, because you can see Kargan's health is nearly halfway. Once you get him to half, he's going to go immune and go up, which happened just now. If I wasn't back so much, I would be doing what D is doing, which is grabbing some ammo. The very first plate you want to capture is this middle plate, and we decided to go all out here. We're dropping our supers, we got a well, we got banner shield. This is the only reason why I brought Anarchy, was because of the importance of capturing these plates. It's very difficult without Anarchy. I find Anarchy just makes it a lot easier, and I think this is actually the hardest part of this whole Nightfall, is capturing these plates.
Into the plate right now.
Mainly this plate right here, this left one. So we dropped our supers, our wells, Anarchy on that middle plate first. That's very important, because once you capture that, then you have your left plate and your right plate. If you have to abandon one plate or the other, chances are the ads are on that side already, and you can run over to the other side and try to capture that plate, and you'll have some time before the ads get there. It's harder if you don't capture that middle plate first.
In the center right now.
Another thing, when we capture that left plate, it was during dogs and incendiaries. The very first ad wave are the meat cleavers and legionnaires. So if you don't want to capture that central plate right away, if you don't feel comfortable just to go for it, you can kill the meat cleavers
blow myself up again with the guy
and then wait for the dog and purple legionnaire wave, and then that's a much easier plate cap. Once we got those two plates, looks like I blew myself up, says I was killed by the architects. Pillow's alive, he'll run around, it's pretty easy. If you do get in trouble, you can run around the outside. It's easy to survive doing that. We give him the all clear that he can res me. That was a little dicey though. We'll get to you later. No, we won't. We'll get to you right now, it looks like. Anyway, if you are in the situation we're in, so you got a plate you want to capture, but it is these meat cleavers right here, you want to do your best to kill the meat cleavers and not necessarily the legionnaires. That way it won't spawn another ad wave, but it looks like we triggered it. Fortunately, all the enemies are distracted by those two over there, and surprisingly, I'm over here capturing this plate and no one's coming over here except this one legionnaire, and he's about to die. And that's a very easy plate cap. Those guys did a great job as a distraction.
I'm pretty sure he realizes we're not going to let him get away with stealing the data while we're here.
You are correct, friendly ghost. A massive buildup of energy indicates several Cabal transports are inbound to your position. You asked for it.
So I think that the plate capture bit is the hardest part of this boss fight. That being said, once you do that, getting Kargan dead is not very easy either. At this point, you're going to have purple shield enemies that come out of the doorway. Even though they don't pursue you, they stack in the middle. You got to take down their shields plus their phalanxes, so they can do more damage and kill you if you get too close. Also, at this point, Kargan will start chasing you, and his body slam attack will one-hit kill you even in the well. Another thing, if you haven't noticed, in the first phase he will shoot 3 void things on the ground. As you get his health progressively down, that will go up to 4 and then 5 void things on the ground. So you got to watch out for that. Once we capture the plates though, I'm free to use my heavy ammo more liberally. To have anarchy, I'm going to try to use it both in the middle on some ads to help clean them up pretty quickly so we can keep focusing on Kargan, and then also on Kargan himself to kill him. You see me right here putting a triangle on the ground to use this in the ads. Squares actually work a little bit better, but okay.
Finish this guy, D. Yeah, I got him. Got him. Other void shield is down.
One other important thing to go over in the second phase is when Kargan chases you, I don't really see this from me, but he'll chase you around the sides typically, and you need to be careful when you run from the sides up to the back because you'll be running around the ads in the middle. Sometimes there'll be ads lurking in the pillars by the stairs. So I would recommend holding onto your super at this point in this Nightfall and saving it in case you need to use a panic super.
No, you have to kill them. At a certain point, the ads stop spawning in this Nightfall. Balance on top of you or something. Wait. My controller's like leaning to the right actually. Why am I having like controller issues? Yeah, it's dead.
Anyway, once we finish them off there, we got Triumph
Location secure.
and a lot of stuff dropped at the end. Hope that maybe some of these tips help
There's
you
an
as
almost
you try to
unreadable
complete
data
your
artifact here
Grandmaster
labeled
Nightfalls.
Oxa.
Rest of this video is just showing
It's
the gear
heavily
that I
corrupted,
wore.
but I'm
D
able to make out
pillow. Have a good one.
M-Sund-12 from the access log. What is Oxa, and who was M-Sund-12?
Those are questions for another day, I suppose. But for now, well done.